Guys, Mojang have just added the Minecraft Java Edition crawling to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. They've also removed some exclusive features, one of which I literally showed you in a video yesterday. Anyway, check this out. So if we go up to this, right, and we flick this, we now enter what is considered the crawling animation. Wait 1 second. If we go to game mode creative, put this on here and get inside of this. Oh, it works. But I'm actually stuck. You can actually trap players now. Well, hold on. The official Echo Soldier plushie will be available and on sale tomorrow. It will be available for 30 days only. Once it's gone, it is never coming back. You can always make more money, but you'll never be able to get one of these again. The link is down below. So your hand and holding items is kind of broken in this week's beta slash preview. This was previously only broken in RTX. It's broken this week. What I would like to tell you is Minecraft 1.20 for Bedrock is complete. Now, all of these versions here will contain all of the 1.20 features. It is highly likely what I am showing you today will not make it in the 1.24 release, which gives us another indication that 1.20 might actually release next Tuesday. Let's get right into this. We are starting with features and bug fixes, starting off with accessibility features. They improved Xbox on-screen keyboard experience, including better positioning, updating fields with typed inputs, and no more screen dimming while on-screen keyboard is open. We have a bug report. So this has been a reported issue for quite some time for Xbox players, and if you've been experiencing this and you're currently in the latest beta and preview on Xbox, let me know in the comments section how this updated change is. It should be so much better for you and so much easier to use. Moving on to sneak and experimental. It says, added the ability to crawl behind the short sneaking and crawling experimental toggle. Was this little guy reading the signs then? Anyway, let me explain how you can turn this on. When you go to a brand new world, create new world, what you do want to do is go down to experiments. In order to access the new sneaking and crawling ability, this needs to be turned on, or it is not going to work. And this is what it says. Created a new player crawling animation. Players will now begin crawling when in a 1-block gap, similar to sneaking. So this is kind of impossible for Minecraft Bedrock Edition, but previously you had to use a bucket of water, you had to start swimming. It was a big pain. Now you place this down, you go inside of it and you tap it. Now the animation is a little bit slower currently than Minecraft Java Edition, but it is finally here. We now have a crawling animation on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I'm so happy that, yeah, this guy's happy to relax, all right? You don't need to stand on me now. Anyway, like, it's such a cool feature. It's so cool. So now you can go mining and just enjoy your journey. And we'll have a little look at this in, like, the third person behind perspective. It does kind of look like you're swimming, but this is officially classed as crawling. We have the crawling ability in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So there's a few things that you need to learn about this. It does say crawling is the same speed as sneaking. I am currently sneaking, so you are going to move in this kind of speed, right? So if we activate this one more time, I show you guys, it is the same speed. Although I'll be honest, it does look like you move a little bit faster when you are crawling. It also says players will automatically stand up or begin sneaking if they leave the 1-block gap. And I can show you this here. So if we go in here, we activate this. Just going to go through this very, very slowly. So as soon as we get out of here, you will then automatically stand up. Now, there's one more thing I do want to tell you. It does say players will begin swimming if they... Wait, my guy just went in there. He's in there. Anyway, it says players will begin swimming if they enter water while crawling or vice versa. So if we get inside of here, We activate it. Wait, that activated straight away, actually. Hold on. So we stand on this and activate it. Oh, wow. Okay, so, well, wow, it actually automatically enabled it there. Sorry, I'm still learning this. It's pretty cool. So if we go down. Now, I'm just going to crawl in the third-person perspective from behind here and show you guys what happens when you do enter water. You'll see here how you do begin swimming. Now, I've been experiencing a little bit of a bug here. When the water isn't kind of full, you can kind of glitch out a little bit here. But like, I'm actually stuck, basically. You can get stuck in this area, and this happened to me a couple of times. Again, this is experimental, so these kind of things are expected to happen. But anyway, again, you will enter the swimming state, and then you'll stand up automatically. So if you do experience that issue, you're not alone. Like I showed you, like if you go inside of here and you activate this, like you're stuck, you cannot open it there. Now, if I go to / game mode survival real quick and try and do it, you cannot do it. I mean, you can break your way out. That's the only way at this moment in time. So you might need some kind of assistance. Yeah, so anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys will find some really cool things to do with this. We must move on. Player's model is now centered around their hitbox when swimming. Players are no longer able to sneak while riding. We have a bug report. Player is able to crouch while riding a camel. So if we just access this here, you'll see this automatically pushes the person down into a crouching animation. That doesn't happen anymore. So he was also using a camel. If we get on this camel real quick, I'm just going to end up going through here. You'll notice that it doesn't push me down anymore. I mean, you kind of visibly glitch out through it. I'll be totally honest with you. But you're not forced into this so-called crouching animation. Players will now always spawn projectiles from the camera position when sneaking, swimming, or gliding. So this has been something they've been working on since like 1.17, 18, 19, and now 1.20. So basically, when you used to throw these, especially gliding, they would spawn above your head. Now you can see here, I'm just throwing it here, and you can see it spawning it from the perfect straight on camera perspective. If I crouch, it stays the same as well. If I go back up, my little guy died. My little guy actually just suffocated. Poor dude. I don't know what happened. Maybe he grew up. Maybe he did grow up and he suffocated. Anyway, he's taken the limelight from today's video. I don't know. Yeah, oh, I forgot that they could do that. Anyway, distracted. So yeah, the camera will always now be following you. Again, harder to explain, but it's always going to be from like the center rather than above your head. Same with gliding and same with other projectiles. It also says players will now spawn particle effects when eating in the correct position if they are sneaking, swimming, or gliding. So again, very similar to that one. If we are standing, you can see the particle effects when we eat are basically from the mouth. If we crouch, you can see the, again, focusing on the mouth situation as well. So yeah, very similar to that. It's the same for particles when eating. And one more of these changes, loyalty tridents will always return to the player's camera. So if I'm standing here and I'm throwing this, it's going to come back straight towards my face like previously. This is the same if you are crouching, again, or related to gliding, etc. Apparently, players will no longer suffocate when short sneaking in certain scenarios. Players will no longer get pushed slightly when short sneaking is enabled. We have a bug report. So the block will push the player, which will automatically initiate sneaking, which will actually move the player. So if we play this a little bit here, we've seen this before. Very similar. Pistons pushing a player moves them slightly. That should not happen. Let's give this a try. If we stand underneath this and we activate this, you can see here it does automatically initiate the short crouching. But this time, I ain't moving. Fixed. Many interactions where being forced into sneaking acted the same as holding the sneak button. Moving on to world generation. Polished basalt and chiseled deep slate can no longer be replaced by skulk during world generation. So these are now safe from this. Have you ever seen in a Minecraft world before that these polished basalt towers were replaced with all of these? Yeah, that is no longer going to happen. However, polished deep slate can now be replaced by skulk during world generation. We have a bug report. So this has been an issue for quite some time, and you can see here the skulk will not replace certain blocks, but it will going forward in this version. Moving on to villages. farmer villagers will now interact with torch flower seeds and pitcher pods. They can pick up the seeds and plant them, but they will not harvest the torch flower or the pitcher crop. So if we just place down some villagers over here as an example, I'm going to place these down. I'm going to throw all of these on the floor. Hopefully some of these guys will change into the dudes that we need them to be, or they'll make me look stupid on the internet, and we'll have to place down some more. Oh, I know the problem here. We haven't got any beds down. Okay, let's change this. Hold on, if we place down a few beds. There you go. I've been playing a lot of Java recently, and Java, you don't technically need a bed. Anyway, you can see here, oh, this has been one of those videos. You can see here that these guys will actually pick these up, and hopefully they'll begin to plant them rather than putting them inside of the composter.
A few moments later.
Here we go. Okay, I don't look stupid. Yes, these guys started planting down these seeds. Anyway, when they do fully grow, these guys will not steal your crops. And this is going to be the same for the pitcher pod as well. We do have an archaeology change. Decorated pots crafted with at least one sherd now have a hover tooltip displaying the sherd and brick ingredients. The most interesting thing here is they're calling them sherds. If you type in sherds, they're not sherds. They're still shards on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. That hasn't been changed. Anyway, this is such a pretty cool change here. So I'll grab all of these and I'll show you guys. So if we put this inside of here and we make this, for example, see here, it says heartbreak, pottery shard, etc. So if we were to do one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, it's going to show you all the type of sherds that you have available. And this is definitely something I always like on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So yeah, anyway, pretty good change. Slight changes with audio. Camera position is now used for audio system listening and ambient sounds. Previously, the player position and rotation were sometimes used for audio listening. This effectively flips audio panning when using third-person front camera perspective. We must move on to the blocks. It says, players without permission to open/close containers can no longer interact with chiseled bookshelves. So people were actually able to steal your books if this was still enabled. Basically, if you had someone visiting your world, they could still steal these. If you had a really cool design going on, yeah, you'd have to redo it, but that's been fixed as of today. Cauldron water texture is now the correct version. We have a bug report. When water is put inside of the cauldron, the water looks like lava. Bro, I actually really like this. But yeah, this was fixed today. And I can confirm if we put this down, fill it up, it's no longer this lava-ish water. Note block on top of soul soil now produces the harp sound instead of the snare sound. So this is the sound it now makes. Shovels can no longer mine packed mud as fast as a pickaxe, and we can do a test here. If we go to /game mode S here, so if we begin to mine this, it's quite slow, right? But if we do it with the pickaxe is now still the fastest method. Placing blocks on top snow and tall grass while moving side to side no longer causes them to stack up continuously. We have a bug report. This has been an all-round annoying issue, and we do have a video here, and I am going to show you what this person is talking about. So when you're placing a block, and this used to happen a lot to me all the time, they would like double stack on top of each other. See what I mean? Even though like you were nowhere near them, they would actually double stack, and it was super weird. Super annoying. If you play creative and you've experienced this, you know how annoying it can be. It was fixed. Moving on to graphical changes / fixes. Fixed issue with highlighted blocks and mob shadows appearing through the pumpkin head overlay on Nintendo Switch. Rendering of snow or rain is now based on camera position instead of player position. Shields no longer flicker when held in both hands on RTX. Fixed sleep and camera fade effect, not covering the screen until after first-person rendering. Moving on to maps. Fixed black pixels being generated on maps when client-side chunk generation is enabled. Mobs. The sound played when a camel is dashing is no longer played repeatedly. So many people have been waiting for this fix because it's super annoying. fixed issue with jump boost effect not affecting magma cubes. Changes with user interface. Added a toggle to all platforms, enabling extra large GUI scaling beyond what the GUI slider allows. Okay, so settings. Go to your, I think it's video, and then you want to scroll down. Inside of here, we have the GUI scale, which again, you can change this in size, right? But we have this one now, extra large GUI scaling. It says enables an extra large version of the menu interface as an additional accessibility option. This setting might cause visual glitches to appear in some menu screens. So I think this is because a lot of people have different size screens, and I think it's just going to adjust to your one. I like to keep mine on 0 rather than on the -1. Changed the pause menu disconnection text to be platform agnostic, I think that is. Fixed an issue that caused the inventory to get locked up after auto placing. We have a bug report. This has been an ongoing issue since 2019, and we do a video here, and I imagine a lot of people have also experienced this. At some point in your Minecraft world, when you're crafting multiple of the same thing, it just stopped working for you, and you had to back out and go back in. Yeah, that was fixed today. Imported worlds now get their last play date modified to the time they were imported. Vanilla Java Parity. Some good changes, but also some bad changes. Anyway, items dropped by storage entities are now centered inside the nearest block. Good change. Shovel has been removed from boat recipe. The bamboo raft recipe has not been updated yet, though. Okay, so for the longest time on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and this was something that the developers introduced on Java and then removed it, you had to make a boat like this. Now, you no longer need the shovel. For a long time. It's taken them that long to remove this. Anyway, it's now back to being made that way. Also, barrel recipe has been modified to use planks instead of sticks. Now, I don't like this change, but I can totally understand why they've done it. Personally, I don't think it should be with sticks, and it should definitely be with planks. So this is a parity change I'm going to say that I agree with. But previously on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, if you wanted to make a barrel, it would be 1 and 2 up there, and 1, 2, 3 down that side, 3 down that side, and that would make that. Wait, what? It's still doable? Wait, does that mean both of them are doable at this moment? Oh, they are. Okay, well, expect the stick one to be removed anyway. So yeah, that was a change that was updated. Bro, I literally made a video on this yesterday as a Minecraft Bedrock exclusive, but as of today, the cobweb to string recipe has been removed. So you can't put this inside of here to get string. Why do they always think that Java is the right way? Bro, I can accept this one. I can accept this one. But I'm not accepting this one. Why? Why you gotta remove it? I thought that was a pretty good feature. I mean, I know I'm like blowing this out of proportion and it's not a big deal. But why do they always have to correct it to Java? Bedrock has some pretty cool exclusives. Just give them to Java Edition. They also fixed a bug where zombie villagers did not drop given item after curing. Wild horses, mules, and donkeys can now be tempted using a golden apple, carrot, or enchanted apple. Llamas will be tempted by a player holding a hay bale. We have a bug report. I've only shown you guys the bug report because this has been an ongoing issue. Anyway, it was fixed today. I mean, it's not really an ongoing issue. It is, in fact, like a parity change. But if you had a horse, you can now tempt it with... if you had a horse, you can now tempt it. Tempt it? Are you classed as a wild horse? Like a donkey or a horse? And where's the... You guys, like, want to follow these? Apple? Golden apple? I mean, you'll eat them, but they're not, like, really tempted. I wouldn't really say they're tempted, but llama. Llama? Tempted by hay bales? Am I missing something here? Am I invisible? Have I read this wrong? Hold on a second. Wild horses, mules, donkeys can be tempted using golden apples. Well, like, maybe because they're not classed as wild? Maybe? Maybe I gotta go find an actual wild one. Yeah, I found them. They just spawned in. They literally just spawned in. These guys are not interested. I'm not convinced. It's definitely not been fixed. It's definitely not been fixed. Vibrations. Let's read the change log. Minecraft Bedrock Vibrations received a massive update today. There's so many changes. It was kind of pointless me putting them all on signs. But for example, harvesting sweet berries now emits vibration. Adding or removing music discs now emits vibrations, and tons more. I'll show you guys a few of them just to give you an idea. So if we put this down, place that on there. You had to ruin the video, didn't you? Anyway, if we put this on there, it now makes a vibration. Changing this now makes a vibration. Harvesting them. Again, there's tons of other ones. There was a sheep here. It was him. It was you. Hold on. Hold on. Because also dying sheep also makes a noise now. Come on, get over there. Get over there. So we do it. Come on, and again. He's too busy moving. Again. Ready? There you go. Finally got it. Man, you made this video difficult for me. Don't you turn away from me. Last but not least, technical updates. Let's read the change log. Huge amounts of technical updates for Minecraft Bedrock Edition today, including add-on and scripts, blocks, commands, components, editor mode, items, and so much more. If there's anything important in there, I will do a separate video on it. There was also some changes to the camera command. But yeah, lots of technical things happening in Minecraft. If you made it this far in today's video, leave a comment down below and say, hey, Echo, that sheep was really stubborn. But again, guys, remember, everything I'm showing you here will highly likely not be in 1.20 full release. It will be in 1.20.10, most likely. So bear that in mind. But these will eventually be available on Minecraft Bedrock. Go and buy my plushie. Well, it starts tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one.